So, happening, guys? This is a demo on a competition sharing program. So, this is just an example of a program I built out for a guy who's looking to get back into the competition scene. This is the first 30 days. So, thought I'd share just an example of what a program like this looks like. So, essentially, what I'm running is a double development day. So, he's got a relatively short window to get very fit for the competition season. So, we can two sort of medium-ish days in terms of intensity. So one of the main reasons I've built out this program the way it is, in terms of getting fit, you need quite a high frequency of training throughout the week. So ideally, the more you can get done without too much fatigue is going to be better. So we've got quite a low volume approach, but quite a high frequency approach. And our main things we're working on is one, mobility and resiliency in terms of his body, making sure he's strong, his joints don't hurt. Um, and he's also improving his range of motion, flexibility, all of that sort of stuff. So the way we do that is we're using some loaded stretches paired up with a core and hip exercise. Beautiful thing about this is it opens up the body and then we stabilize it with our core and hip exercises. Then we're selecting some methods. So on this first day here, we're actually using some tempo intervals, and this will seem relatively boring, but we're just building that aerobic base to essentially make it easier for you to work harder. Okay, so the long, slow stuff is essentially boring, but the thing that it does do is makes your heart and lungs very, very efficient. So tempo intervals, basically what you do is you work for 10 seconds and then you have 80 seconds of slow intensity to recover. Some people will recover really, really quickly from this, and that's absolutely fine. It should be easy. We're actually mixing it up though. We're going to do some 10-second sprints in between two sets of tempo intervals. So this is about 25 minutes of work. So it's not much work. You got about 5 minutes of work here. And then we have some core work. So one of the critical things I like to work on is actually teaching people how to use their trunk efficiently, or the muscles of their abdominals, their obliques, their lower back, all of that as well. And all the little core muscles in between. So what we're doing is we're using essentially a bodybuilding method which teaches you how to contract and use those muscles properly, superseded with a loaded carry. In this case, a hanging kettlebell farmer's carry walk. What that does is it bounces around and basically makes all those little, I guess, stabilizer muscles work, but it teaches you how to keep the body stable, while it's in an unstable surface. So that's what day one looks like. Day two, we are using a slightly higher intensity method with the training, but a little bit of a warm up. We got some high knee jump rope singles. So basically just getting the lower body and upper body moving, starting to get some conditioning there. Got a dumbbell pullover. I love this because it teaches the shoulders to move freely and independently of the spine. So it gets you really, really good mobility for their upper body. We're supersetting that with a banded pull apart, which is going to help with your shoulder health. So essentially this whole circuit is designed to loosen up the body, open up the upper body in particular, and also build some shoulder health as well there. Then we've got our threshold method. So basically what this is you're working quite hard. So it's not an all-out sprint, but it's working on a line that if you went any harder, you'd almost have to slow down and stop. And then you get 3 minutes of complete rest. Okay, so what we're doing here is teaching the body to effectively manage lactic acid and remove hydrogen ions, which is essentially that burning feeling you get in your muscles when you're working really hard. So how to tolerate at that level, but also remove it from the body and start to clear it out so that you can work harder for longer at that high intensity. Then we've got, once again, some core, in this case, some hip work, and then some lats stretching. So we're just opening up the body with this. You'll be actually really surprised in terms of this hip abduction exercise. Your hips will feel amazing after this, and then the lat stretch will open that as well. Third and final day, and this is essentially just an active recovery day. So what we got, some reverse sled drag, tall kneeling cable pull-ins, pull-off press. So this is teaching the spine to stay locked while you're resisting rotational movement. So think about when you're dragging out a sheep or a sheep kicks you or something like that. This is the exercise that will allow you to resist that and get less injuries, which is very, very cool. Reverse sled drag is good for the knees and the hips. Got a sled push, once again, good for the hips. Then alternating dumbbell plank row. So basically this is designed to work all of the little muscle spindles along the spine. Another good core exercise there. Then we got some loaded mobility in regards to a reverse Nordic, who open up the quads and the hips. Then we got some glute bridges there. When the hips are open, you're going to get more extension of the hips, which is actually going to give you almost like a double effect in terms of the hip extension. The glutes will allow for more hip mobility. As you do more hip mobility, it's going to allow for more hip extension. So these sort of pair really well together. And then we just got some hamstring and lower back mobility, superseded with some lat pull downs. So, and then some box breathing to finish off. So after that, the body should feel wicked, nice and mobile. Also, a really, really good pump, which will help you recover from the day before. So basically, what this looks like is that will be repeated twice throughout the week. They're relatively short workouts, like 30 to 40 minutes total. Quite a high frequency, quite low load, but the body should feel fucking amazing. So, yep, this is a custom program I built out for one of my show sharing clients. If you want something like this, first of all, make sure you subscribe to this channel or reach out at Limitless on my Instagram, and I can build something out for you.